Good morning. It's Wednesday, halfway through the week, and time for another D&D chat. Today I've been thinking about it, and what I want to talk about is the speed at which you introduce things to your game. I think sometimes we all have a tendency to kind of go almost session by session and just introduce things as we feel they're needed. But something happened in the Monday game that really made me think about the fact that sometimes introducing something early and allowing that slow burn of kind of letting it brew a bit before it's time for it to come to fruition can be really effective. Now, what I'm talking about, just to explain the example, in the Monday night game, we have a very high-level party that has just finished a conversation with the King of the Titans. Now, for those unfamiliar with my setting, if there are any of you, the Titans are the progenitors of the Giants, the original Giants. This guy is the King of the Titans, and he is about to have the army of the Titans go to war. Excuse me. And this group is there, and they are trying to convince him to basically change his thinking. And they have this massive, intense conversation with this guy who basically has his finger on the button. He has the ability to annihilate most anything or everything that he wants to. And they're trying to basically talk him down into a more amicable solution. And after the conversation, after he goes, after they all draw a deep breath, one of the players says, "Hold on now. Can we just think about the fact that this all started with me busking on the side of the road for coins and meeting this really big guy who liked my music. Now that event, them meeting with the person who they had no idea at the time was the uncrowned King of the Titans, that happened nearly 9 months ago in real time, and well over a year ago in game time. And they had no idea at the time. They had no idea at the time where that was going to lead, what was going to come out of it. I dropped some hints that there could possibly be something interesting going on. I explained how unusual looking of a character he was. There was some other stuff that proceeded from it. In very quick succession, they found out that he was hiding from something. There were markers that there was something going on. But it's taken 9 months of game time to get back to a point where they've actually come to fruition of what was going on. And that has provided a sense of scale that I don't think would have existed had they just met the King of the Titans. Had they just shown up here and met him without any of the previous encounters, without any of the previous mentions, that scene would not have played out as emotionally and as powerfully as it did. But because they had that background, because they had been given, Tia had been given a ring by him because of the way that her music touched him, there was a connection there. There was a personal investment because they had seen him in this state where he was obviously upset about something, hiding from something. He was torn about what he should be doing. And now they've then seen him weary on the throne. And they've realized that he was torn with whether or not to come back. And it added a depth. And that's the main thing I'm trying to say here is when you introduce something, introduce it as a pebble, not a boulder. Let it start out as something small, and then let it grow, let it expand, let it ripple outward until that pebble becomes something huge. And maybe, just maybe, you'll manage to do it without the players realizing it's grown. And you'll get to a point where your players will sit back shocked by the scale of what's come out of that tiny little event. There we are. Very short one today. Don't rush into things. Give things time to breathe. Let them grow as the game evolves. It takes a little bit more planning ahead, but it pays off. It's well worth it. That's going to be it for today. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow.